more hurt in that locker room than any game before. Do you agree with that?
It hurt a lot. Just what we had to go through during the week, and the guys that stepped up and put it all on the line. Like, we were play away, and it did hurt. I've been a part of a few losses that have hurt, but that's definitely up there.
The switch to left tackle, sounds like you only had one practice, is that right?
Yeah.
How did it go? And
Well, James Hudson tested positive on Saturday morning, I think, and they were like, "All right, you're up," and I was like, "Let's do it." We don't have very many other options, right? So, thankfully I got a practice in where I can get some reps and just honestly the set and the timing and things like that. Watch some more film on a different guy that I've been blocking. So it was good to have a couple days to get it, but not too long. You don't have too long to think about it. You just got to go out there and play.
Did you pitch that, or did Callahan?
It was. I was kind of the emergency tackle a few times this year already. In case something goes wrong. So I kind of knew there was a chance. But then once James went down, it was just like, all right, you're up.
How do you think you did?
Pretty solid. I got to watch the film and see exactly. It's a little different, when you're at tackle and you're, running a guy by the pocket. At guard, if you get edged like that, it's like, oh, crap. You know what I mean? I'm going to hit the quarterback. But at tackle, you have a pocket for a reason, so you can kind of run the guy by. I know there was one early in the game where my guy kind of slipped through. But, overall it was solid. Obviously, we want to get the win and, figure it out. But
The reconfigured offensive line, do you think that's why the running game took a while to get in rhythm?
Yeah, we had a bunch of new guys out there overall. Quarterback, O-line, guys playing in their first game in Browns uniforms, and it did take a while to get going. But, AVP had faith in it, and we kept going, and we had some good runs there. Obviously, we needed one more, on that right before the 2-minute warning.
Well, when you talk about guys who needed to step up, what did you think about Mullins?
Oh, man, the guy was, he was confident when he took over. I had talked to him a few times because he played with, Kyle Shanahan. So I had dinner with him a couple times, at the team hotel and stuff, and just we talked about things. And he's, had pretty much a season worth of starts under his belt, and he's played in some big games. As early as last year, he started some games. So to have that experience in your third quarterback is pretty rare. Usually your third quarterback you're throwing out there doesn't have much experience. But to have that and the way he stepped up, and I think the whole offense just took a couple drives to get going. But that 2-minute drive before the half, I think we all kind of just like, all right, we can play. We loosened up and made some plays, and our defense kept us in it. And no, I respect it. And to come in, you see him every day in practice. Like, he's behind the offense, taking mental reps, running through the plays with TC, the quarterback coach, and he runs through all 10 of them, and just, each period, it just runs through them and mentally. So he was mentally prepared to play all season, and to see him come out and, perform the way he did, I thought that was major props to him.
Joel, given how valiant you guys played in the second half, how frustrating or disappointing the way that game finished, and then you guys, season's still alive, it's not over. How do you move forward emotionally with the game just a few days away?
Yeah, it was a tough way to go down. We needed a first down, and then we needed to stop, and we didn't get either one of them. The team fought back, though, and the guys in that locker room, the guys that aren't here, the guys that are here, the coaching staff that's here and not here, like, they have heart, and they have fight, and they have want. And, I'm so happy to play with those guys because, some teams might have just folded and said, nah, we'll wait till next week when we get our guys back. But the guys fought, and I appreciate that. I know the coaches appreciate that. And, obviously it wasn't enough. But we're going to be refocused and hopefully get a few more guys back this week. And, we'll be ready to play on Christmas. It's end of the year. Everybody's a little beat up, so we'll be ready to go.
Joel, Mike Prefer said, after an emotional loss like this one, sometimes it's beneficial to have that short week to get that focus back quickly. I guess, what are your feelings on that?
Yeah, if body-wise you want extra day or two, but emotionally, yeah, you got to play that. That's the great thing about the NFL is you play the next week. You always get to play another game, and you got to go and try and get the bad taste out of your mouth.
Joel, I know you guys kind of went through some stuff like this last year, but how taxing was it this week? Just kind of showing up every day, not knowing who was going to be there. I mean, even today, just not knowing.
Yeah, it's definitely, you try and stay focused, but there's definitely emotions that come about. You're frustrated at first. You're, thinking like, what is going on? Half our team's going to be in the protocols. They're going to move the game. It's the day before the game, and you're thinking like, this doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like we should be playing a game right now. All those emotions. So it was tough. It was tough, but I do think when we got out to practice, the 2 practices we got to have, like, we're very dialed in and like very high energy practices. So I felt like we got enough time on the field. It's just one of those things where I didn't know what day of the week it was all week. We're already playing on Saturday, then we're playing on Monday at 5, and so it was very different in that standpoint.
Kind of doubling down on that a bit, you talk about the emotions of just this week, but it's like every week you guys have new adversity, and somehow you have to overcome that week in and week out. How do you guys stay mentally tough here down the stretch with everything still in front of you a bit?
Yeah, you have to. It's the NFL and it's a week-to-week league. We've done it all year. We've won a game and we're on top of the world. We lose a game, we're out of it. You know what I mean? It's been like that all year. And I think we're going to come back. And honestly, like, guys coming back are going to be re-energized and want to make that statement. But I have there's not a thought in my mind thinking that guys are going to be, like, not focused. Like, we have to probably play the best team in the NFC this week. And there's a huge challenge. Lambeau Field on Christmas Day is pretty cool. So, like, I think the guys will be ready to play.
Well, how do you process going from, one play away from being in first place in the North to all of a sudden in last place in the North?
Yeah, that one sucks. You wish it wouldn't be like that, but it just means that it's close enough. I think if we can still handle our business, obviously I don't think control our own destiny, but if we handle our business down the stretch, like, I think good things can still happen for this team. But it's that's how tight the division is. I think everybody's just one play here. The Ravens look at it; they had 2 2-point conversions. They go and they're fighting for first place in the conference. So it's one of those things. The division's going to be tight, and we just got to play our best game.